This is Common PR Podcast. My name is Maria, and today with us is Chris Cunningham from ClickUp. Chris is a founding member of ClickUp, so he actually helped to build ClickUp into what it is today. ClickUp is one of the fastest growing B2B SaaS platforms in the world, valued at $4 billion.
$4 billion, we're looking for more.
Wow. And now Chris focuses on social media of ClickUp, and he builds their social media to have viral content in B2B marketing, which is really insane.
It's been fun, I love it.
So yeah, Chris, it's great to have you.
Happy to be here.
Throughout your career, you've worked across all the marketing spheres, go-to-market and also sales, business development. So yeah, really full spectrum of product growth, but today your work is deeply connected with social media. Why that, and what it is about social media that drives you?
The reason I'm so passionate about social media, one, the founder and real genius of ClickUp, Zeb, we had a business early on. It was a social media agency. We made a lot of money in social media. We really learned it early on. So as we started growing, I realized that ClickUp could grow faster if we could win on social media, because our competitors are boring. They have no idea how to win on social. And I knew that right now where things are going, they're not looking at commercials the same way. They're not looking at billboards the same way. They're right here. When they get a free moment, they're right here on their phone. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to make sure that we were always top of mind on the phone. And so I early took some bets, and they paid off really well. Now we have an amazing brand. People know us in social. It brings us consistent leads. We've had major deals come in only because they found us on social media. So I think that we're winning because we pushed early, and I think now we have a good flow and we know how to continue.
Incredible. So I actually watched one of your recent interviews, Ahrefs podcast, where you broke down your winning strategy. You called it ABCD framework.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah. So I'm curious, do you think frameworks like this can actually be accelerated or even enhanced with AI today? And if yes, in which part of it? Yeah, because it's hard to believe that you would have an avatar or something, avatar look, for example,
yeah.
like your character, or maybe it will be a reality very soon.
You know, I'm a big fan of AI. I use AI all the time, but something I don't use AI for that much is content. I still write the scripts with my team. We might use AI to give us some ideas, but I still believe in human actors. I still believe in human writing. I think it's better, and maybe one day that will change. I hope not. I like the whole human element. And right now I feel like people can feel when a video is AI. I feel like they scroll past it. So as much as I love AI, I use it for organization, for planning, for research. I think it's incredible. For my videos, I still think coming off our brain, having natural ideas and being in a real human environment wins.
Many companies still believe that B2B content has to be very serious, very strict. What are the B2B marketing mistakes you see, and how to avoid them, and what to do differently to strive?
The number one mistake I see people make is what you just said. I think everyone still believes that they have this idea in their head that because you're in a B2B company, you have to make very serious B2B content. I'm not saying you have to make funny content like I did, but I think you have to switch it up. I think you have to do something different, because again, what people don't realize is they think every CEO is just some super old stuffy person, but they're not. CEOs nowadays are on their phone. They're watching social media. They are. And they're just like you and I. They're cool, they're normal, they want to laugh, they want to learn, the same thing. So the biggest mistake I see people making that I'm asking them to stop making is to just stop making ads. They think every post is supposed to be an ad. They think every post is supposed to talk about their brand. You don't have to do that. You'll never connect with users the same. You'll never get as much viral traction the same if you talk about your brand. If my funny videos that you can pull up right now, if I was just saying click up, click up, click up, they would never go this viral. We wouldn't be talking here right now. I wouldn't be in a good position with social media if I kept talking about my brand like everyone does. So what I learned, and again, it goes against the grain. Like, many people don't like it at the beginning. But what I learned is if I make content not talking about the brand, people will still find the brand. They'll still know it, they'll still know it's cool. And so in my videos, if you notice, we're not ever talking about ClickUp, but we're always wearing a ClickUp t-shirt. Yeah. There's always a ClickUp water bottle. There's a ClickUp sticker. In some way, shape, or form, ClickUp is there, but we're not overdoing it. We're not putting it in your face. The other mistakes I see people make is to copy their competitors. I think everyone is trying to copy the competition, and I think it's the worst thing you can do, because the competition is, if they're doing well because they're doing something that's true to them. So like for us, we like to make funny music videos or things like that. It's because we like music. It's because we like being funny. It's who we are. If someone tries to copy me, and that's not who they are, they will fail.
Yeah.
So they need to find their own thing. And so I challenge everyone, don't, just because your competitor's doing good, it doesn't mean you need to copy them. You can learn from them, you can do something similar, but don't go copy them. Do your own thing. Do what's true to the ethos of your brand. That's how you win, how you connect.
And how to find what's you're unique for the brand. If you're a B2B product, SaaS product, for example.
That's a great question. I think that's something that is easier said than done. I think you need to test. The first thing you need to do is test, because at the end of the day, I can have 100 ideas. I can have 200 ideas, but it doesn't matter about an idea until I know it's proven. So just like anything in marketing, with Facebook ads, with SEO, with anything in marketing, you test, and when you see something that works, you double down. So as I speak about my formula is you have to go test for 30 or 45 days, right? You have to go test. Just make some funny content, make some serious content, make some educational content. Go make all the content. You will see something resonate more with your audience. Something will give you more views. And when they do get more views, that is what you do. That's the sign you needed. Now you double down. Now you make it better. Now you iterate. That's marketing, that's how you win. And in the same way in social media.
I really like the dialogues that you write on LinkedIn between the head of marketing and CEO or COO or CFO. How to convince the board and the executives that social media fun things work and bring customers to them.
You know, I hope that I'm proving it every day. You know, I'm trying, because I have so many people. The reason why I write those conversations on LinkedIn is because I know that people have the same problem I did, that they want to go to their CEO and say, hey, I want to make this content. Like, that makes no sense. We're never going to do that. But I think that's why everyone loses. That's why I'm winning, and that's why I don't have much competition yet, is because people are just still doing the same thing. They're still doing the status quo. And that's that's everything in business. Like, anytime you're doing the exact same thing as everyone else, you're not going to win. You're just not going to. So I'm always looking. It's the same way ClickUp, when we build and we adjust. Same with our social. We're looking for what people are not doing, and that's what we want to master. And so the advice I would give to them is to just say, hey, look, give me a little bit of budget. Let me test this. Right now, we're getting nothing. We're getting no views. Can't get any worse. Let me test this, and let's see what happens. And if it's wrong, I'll accept that. But otherwise, we're just going to stay the same. So you have to let me test something. Let me test this.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think the other problem that marketers in B2B marketing face is that a lot of boards still think in this channel-oriented way. That, for example, if you are a tech company, if you're a product, if you're a B2B SaaS product, for example, then you would need to be on LinkedIn. You're in all social media and in TikTok.
Well, I would go, if I went and asked 20 people right here, do you have Instagram on your phone? Do you have TikTok on your phone? Maybe not everyone TikTok. I don't know about here in Latvia, but I guarantee most people have Instagram on their phone. Maybe Facebook, something else, but they definitely have more than just LinkedIn. So you should be on more than just LinkedIn. And again, in today's world, it's not that hard. Like, even with LinkedIn, you can train AI to write a lot for you. I still write mostly myself, but AI gives me ideas. So there's really no excuse to not be posting all the time. You should be posting on LinkedIn. And same with videos. Even if you don't have the time to make videos, then hire a creator. Hire someone to do it for you, or even test AI. But do something to make sure you're trying every single day. Because that's attention that can lead to business, to leads, everything else.
And what about B2B influencers?
Influencers, I think B2B influencers are amazing. It's another strategy. I think a lot of people think I don't like influence because I've built my own. I think you should have your own influencers, right? You build your own through organic, but you should also borrow the audience of other influencers as well. I think influencers work great. I think there's new ways of testing it now too. You can have an influencer that you hire to post every day for your page. You can have an influencer that you pay one off, but I do recommend that if you work with a B2B influencer, don't just do it one time. It just feels fake. And make sure you're not just paying someone to fake use a product and say it. You need to have them use your product, you need to have them be trained on your product, and let them write the value they post. Don't tell them, hey, our product is lean and does this. Let them use the product and feel what they feel and then go share it. That's more real. And people can tell when things are fake. So my biggest advice is, when you're working with influencers, make sure it's real. Make sure you give them all the tools they need, and borrow their audience properly, but do it multiple times so they're actually using it and it's a long-term thing.
It seems that, maybe you would correct me wrong, but it seems like one of the factors of your success is that you built kind of a mini media company within the ClickUp. Can you share a little bit of?
I believe that every company is going to have to. I think that attention's getting harder to find. I think it's getting tougher to get attention. So I believe that you have to treat as a media company, and to win at the level I am, I do. A media company. I have actors that I pay full time. I'm working on this every single week. I have a writer's room every Monday. On Tuesday, we outline the scripts. On Wednesday, we finalize everything in props. Thursday, we shoot. Every single week, we're shooting every week. So we have a bank of content coming in. It's predictable. And then the second key is, as a media company, you have to test. So at the end of the test, you have to take in the data and say, okay, this posted well, let's do more of that. This one did not, let's not do this anymore. Or maybe we need to change something. But that's how the game works. And you have to treat it as such. If you really want to win at the scale that I'm at, it's competitive. It's very competitive. But I feel like you have a little less competition here in this area in the Baltics. So I think if someone were to start today, I don't feel like you're fighting that much competition, so you could get ahead very quickly, in my opinion.
I want to interrupt you here because I forgot that I did not mention where we are at. So we are at Tech Chill in Riga, Latvia, and very grateful for the organizers.
Amazing conference. I didn't even know where Latvia was when I accepted the speech, but I'm glad I did because it's been amazing. I have so many friends here already. I've met amazing people, and the tech energy here is good. I see people really building, and I was able to mentor some founders yesterday, and they're really doing a great job here. So I think this area is on the rise, and if you haven't been to Tech Show, I highly recommend to come back. It's also a lot of fun. I'm only one day in, but I'm already having a little too much fun.
Yeah, that's really great. The other questions I really want to ask you is about your vision on AI in marketing. I'm so curious of your perspective, where everything is heading, and because you use a lot of creators, and as you mentioned, you focus on like human team approach.
Yeah, I'm a huge AI fan, and I use AI in a massive way. I use Claude. I'm a fan of Claude. I think it's the best. And my favorite part is that AI do work when you sleep now, right? Like if you use Claude Dispatch or OpenClaw or one of these tools, you can assign it work and then wake up and it's done. So every single morning, AI is going through for me and saying, hey, this is trending right now. This is a big news thing right now. This is a cool video format you should try. Every day AI is doing the research for me. I still like to build it. I still like to work with humans to create it. I've tested AI video. I have AI meme pages. I'm not saying I ignore AI at all, but what I am saying is that I just don't, I still betting on the human element. I just believe that's the case. But AI can definitely do things for you. You can have it write scripts, but the thing is AI is going to write the general consensus what everyone else is talking about, right? I think to win on social, you have to do what everyone is not doing. And that's not what AI is built for yet. I'm not saying it won't get there, but for AI and marketing, I think it's absolutely incredible to write things. I think it's incredible for, if you really crank out blog posts, and for SEO, it can do it better than anyone you've seen, right? Its writing is great. For a lot of my copy and my captions, I do use AI. It's insane. And you can use, a project, you can create a skill, and you can upload someone, let's say you can take all my podcasts, you can take all of my written posts on LinkedIn, and then you can put it into Claude, and it does write very similar to me. It understands my tone, it understands that I'm more cool and fun, and it gets that. So does it write perfectly? No, but very good? Yes. So AI is, I'm not this guy saying AI is going to replace all the marketing jobs, but it is changing copywriting and things like that.
And it's helps teams to work much faster.
And be excited because this takes away the busy work from us. It's a new year, it's a new time.
And how the marketing teams will look like when teams fully adopt AI? As you mentioned, it helps much with copywriting, with SEO, with research, strategy.
I think they will be smaller. I think marketing teams will be smaller. I think you'll be using agents for a lot of the busy work, but you're still going to have people on the team. It just might be a little smaller. Like you might have a little less people running, but still, someone still needs to run the AI. Like at the end of the day, there still needs to be a human element in there. So you might have maybe a few less people on each team because AI can help do the busy work. But I think now, like humans, being to focus on the more important and the more fun work.
What could you actually advise to startup founders or to somebody just starting the social media marketing for their B2B product or any product? What would you advise them? Because many of them maybe think, they already have like millions of followers and impressions. We are so small, we are never gonna do the same.
I would say this, look, if I believe the same, I would not be here today. Like you will lose if that's your belief, you will lose. And why would you want to lose? If you have a chance, why wouldn't you go for it? ClickUp, we went to the hardest space in tech, project management, with not much money, facing companies that had billions of dollars, billions, right? Jira, Asana, these are major companies. Now we compete with them. So I think you have to believe. The only way you're going to get there is if you do believe. And same with social media. We started with 0 followers as well. We have millions of followers. So it is possible, it is real, but it's a system. It's a game like anything else. So until you treat social media like you treat everything else in business, you won't win. But if you find a way to execute, if you find a way to test, if you treat it really serious, you can win. You really should be able to, because a lot of your competitors are not going to do that. But again, you have to follow systems, you have to follow processes, and you have to stay on top of what's going on. You have to pay attention and be in the mix. But if you care and you put in time, I highly believe anyone can win in this space.
Maybe you a little bit points where what to avoid and what to include in your social media strategy. Let's say if you're starting from zero and you also want to be viral.
If you're starting from zero, look, the beauty is with TikTok and a lot of these short form contents, anyone can go viral. I would say start with short form and writing on LinkedIn. I advise everyone to choose 2 platforms. If you try to make it for all platforms, it doesn't work. And that doesn't mean you're not going to post on the others, but you choose 2. So for me, I create content for LinkedIn and then I create content for TikTok or Instagram Reels, one or the other, right? And then when I post it, what I'm doing the next day is I'm going out and saying, okay, this one did well, I'm going to repost it here. So I'm taking the content, I'm doing really well on LinkedIn, I'll post it on Twitter. If somebody's doing really well on Instagram, whatever, I'll post it on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, etc. So the goal is create for 2, but post everywhere. Post anytime you can, be omnipresent, because you never know what's going to hit and what's going to go viral. And then the other advice I'd give is start testing everything. I'm not saying you have to copy me. I'm not saying you have to do funny videos. What I am saying is you have to try something. So try the funny videos, try serious videos, try educational videos, try teaching something. But when you hit post, make sure you make people feel something. That's the key. If you're just saying the same thing everyone else is, it's never going to hit. But if you make someone feel something, if you know when you hit post, they're going to feel something that post, you have a way better chance. And don't be afraid to try something different or random. That's what people like. They want something new. Like they're tired of, everyone else is doing the same thing. Do something different.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, fun time. I'm glad and anyone who hasn't been to Tech Chill, I highly recommend you come out.
Amazing. Yeah, just use this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.